Man, whew, finally done with Dressrosa. Now we can get back to the real important stuff. Today we're going to start the most recent saga of this anime, this manga. In our version of One Piece, we are now entering the Four Emperors saga, and like it did in the canon version, we're going to start with the Zou arc. I don't really need to recap like last week. You guys remember the whole finishing segment of Dressrosa, the Hyakiyako, the new bounties and everything, and I'm still going to not explain the bounties. Maybe I'm going to make a new video about that, like when I have more things, Easter eggs or other stuff I want to talk about. So today we are at Zou. First of all, let's start. We ended the last time where we saw the new bounties, we saw Moria and others sailing away with the new giant pirates, the giant warrior pirates. That's a ship, by the way. I think it's a pretty cool ship. It has this Viking style, and I know it's Buggy there. That was because Hyrodin left Buggy's mercenary corps after he joined Luffy's alliance? Not alliance, the fleet. After he joined the Strawhat fleet. But obviously there's no Buggy here, so he's still going to be solo going on with all of his pirates. So he basically gave Moria, Law, Absalom, Kinemon, Kanjuro, Brook, and Ryuma a ride, basically just to get to Zou. And while we're here, we also get the new reveals of the warlords. Basically, we get a quick look at Weevil and his mother going around fighting against the remnants of the Whitebeard pirates, and we get a quick picture of Simon doing Simon things. I don't want to waste my time on Simon. So the current warlords are Weevil, Simon, Hancock, Kuma, and Mihawk. Well, that unless Law and Moria are still counted as warlords, then we still would have the 7. Otherwise, we are down to 5 already, because those two we got rid of Doflamingo and we got rid of Moria and Law. So that leaves 3 warlords gone out of the system, which is confusing because we had 5 left. Oh yeah, because Hancock still has a position. So I guess she didn't lose her position as a warlord immediately after the war, or even in a 2-year time skip. Like, she was still a warlord even when the warlords got like dissolved by the world government. So I guess she was just too beautiful to lose her position. So our people, the Alliance of Death, basically arrives at Zunisha. They arrive at Zou and basically want to think like, where's that island that your Vivre card points to, Law? I don't see anything. And then the fog gives up a bit. They see the Thriller Bark and the ship of the Big Mom pirates like locked down there at the feet of Zunisha, and then they learn that Zunisha basically is the island of Zou, so they need to climb it. Like we see in the story, we just see that the Alliance of Death, like everybody together with the giants, because Hyrodin and his people, or at least Hyrodin and maybe some other giant, but like 2 of the giants or so just climb up with them. So they need more than 1 drawing in this time. So the Yonosuke is not enough for them to climb up there. Burgess, let's go over there. Burgess went to the Revolutionary Army. Burgess went over there basically trying to defeat them on his own. But Burgess always gets like second-hand embarrassment because he just gets defeated by everybody. He's still defeated there, but he has like this with Sea Stone handcuffed Gladius and unconscious Gladius with him in this version. Pretty much everything else is the same. So he tells Blackbeard and other people where the Revolutionary Army is, so we know how that is going to play out. But meanwhile, on Zou, all of the people, well, they didn't reach it, all of them. First of all, we remember that there was this monkey who fell down off the Zou. I don't know why he fell down off Zou, but he just did. And conveniently, he knocked down Kinemon, Kanjuro, and in this version also Ryuma, because he basically knocks down all the samurai, and they are back down on the ship and need to climb up again. But everybody else arrives pretty much safely on the island. So now we have someone confronting them. There is Carrot and Wanda. Carrot and Wanda, the dog mink and the the bunny mink. Both of them are confronting Moria and the people here. Well, they just think they are intruders, they might belong to someone who attacked them recently and all these things. I can show you this picture here, obviously, because Carrot and Wanda are there. But Carrot is still wearing the same outfit, but Wanda is not wearing that outfit. Wanda is more wearing like a frillishy dress, like a pink dress, pink blackish dress, because that's something she got from a visitor recently. So those people notice that Moria doesn't have any evil intentions because he just knocks them away and doesn't want to fight them, and then Law tells them that their people are here and they just clear up this misunderstanding. So this very confrontation isn't really that big because like they don't have a chance against Moria or Law or Brooke or anybody else who's there. So those two just lead Moria and the others basically deeper into the Mink village, where we are going to meet up with some old people. So we venture forward and we get some information about Jack the All-Star, who invaded this island searching for a ninja called Raizo. So he went there, attacked them with poison gas that he got from Caesar in a trade like way earlier, and like this classic Jack stuff, it didn't change that much. So Jack was there and we get the information about him. And now we come to the reunion between Law, Beepo, and all of his other members. So that's a bit heartfelt. But now we come to the real, I think, not backstory, not yet. We come to the real reunion. Perona. Perona is on this island because she, well, her uncle led her to this island because they heard a bit about this stuff. She was just sailing around, and well, they were sailing around the New World because they were just sailing around for fun. What Mihawk even does. They sailed around together on Mihawk's. Is it even a? It's not a boat. It's like, it's not a nutshell. It's like a. What's the word? I'm missing it. It's like a very stick together. It's basically the same thing that Blackbeard had when he was a Jaya. So basically, they meet up again. So Perona is there. Perona meets the new and, I mean, better looking Moria and is like, well, you changed. So she looks at him and is like, you looked like you did when you picked me up. Like, because I think Perona was with Moria since she was like 10 years old or even younger. So he's basically like a father for her. He's not like a boyfriend, he's just the father of Perona. Like the adoptive father of Perona. Or like the kidnapping father of Perona, who knows. So she sees him like he looked when he first picked her up. So she sees the not the thin, but like the muscular and motivated Moria, and it's basically not only a reunion of the two because they haven't seen each other for 2 years, but also a reunion with the Moria who first picked her up when she was a child. Basically, I would say this is where we get a flashback for the entirety of Perona and Moria, because as I said, he picked her up when she was still a young child. So he raised her, he taught her about the devil fruit, he sailed around with her, and I think Moria, because he actually cares about all of his crewmates, was actually a decent father figure for Perona. Maybe he was a bit too nice for her, seeing how, like, not posh, but like how childish she still was, and how she would think that everything belongs, like, just as she was a princess, she was treated too well, and with Mihawk, she learned a bit on the harder side, and obviously grew a bit stronger as well, because she wants to not get separated from Moria again, so she grew stronger. Yes, she did. Yeah, those people are there, and also Moria basically just talks with Hawkback. Hawkback explains a few things that went around here, and Perona also explains that she spent 2 years with her uncle. She doesn't say a name, she just said, I've spent 2 years with this uncle and we exchanged Vivre cards. So she shows like this Vivre card paper that she has, and she also gave her own paper to her uncle. Moria just like points it off because he doesn't care about that. He's just like, oh yeah, nice for you that you had a nice time this 2 years with some other guy you met. I hope you didn't get hurt or he didn't do anything bad to you. I'm just glad that we are back together. So now we come to the real things. Hawkback explains the whole Big Mom situation. The whole thing that the Big Mom Pirates first wanted to like make a deal around with Caesar getting to Big Mom so that she can continue their experiments and all these different things. While that is going on, Brook wants to enter the conversation and wants to start talking about the samurai, but Hawkback immediately blocks his mouth, or whatever is there for the skeleton, and he stops him. He tells him not to talk about the samurai, because the people here seem to have like some weird relationship with samurai and they kind of hate them, but it's not very clear to why that is. So now we come to the different things. There's the meeting between Inuarashi and Moriya, where they talk about different plans and all the things, and then we see the flashback of Jack's attack, where people basically get put on a cross, they get cut off like their arm and legs, I think, and then the poisonous gas and all these different things are going on. How the Minks survived that was basically because Caesar removed the poisonous gas, and together with Hawkback they helped, well, curing the poison or treating the people. Hawkback is still a doctor. He might not be like the same quality of a doctor as Chopper, but he's still very good actually. In the worst case scenario, he has the technology or expertise to amputate like the poison powers or the broken powers of a body and replace them with better parts. Like maybe some of the Minks now have other body parts that were not there, shouldn't have been there on their bodies before. So he did this job. Well, this time Beige is still going to betray Peckhams and backstab him. Well, this is a flashback basically, because this is where Beige betrays him and then sails off with the Big Mom Pirates and taking Caesar with him. He backstabs Peckhams because Peckhams was like, yeah, we can wait a bit longer, because those guys already waited for like some time, because sailing to Zou after Dressrosa takes you about a week as far as I remember, so they waited there for over a week already, and basically Beige just didn't want to do that because he was thinking like, what if Moriya acted up or is not going to work together with us and all these things. So he backstabs Peckhams and picks up Caesar. There's no Sanji here because Sanji he's not at the Barati anymore, but he's not with Moriya or with any Straw Hats. So obviously Beige can pick up Sanji and make a deal with him. He first wanted to make a deal with Hawkback and these other people, but well, this negotiation didn't go that well because Hawkback insisted that they needed to wait for Moriya and the other people. He's just a doctor. He might have like a position there of power in the pirate crew, but he can't just decide giving away like the hostage that they fought for and want to use against Kaido and all these different things. He doesn't tell them about Kaido, he just tells them we need to have Caesar with us for future plans. Like keeping it secret what they are actually doing here. So all of this is happening and this negotiation didn't go well, like I said. So Beige didn't only hurt Peckhams, but he also hurt Hawkback. Hawkback is like in bandages here and has like some wounds over his body and everything, and Caesar just gets taken with him and is not there anymore. So Moriya will go after Beige. He still wants to test his strength even more. So it's not that he only wants to fight against Beige because he already knows he could take down Doflamingo, and Doflamingo is obviously stronger than Beige. But if he goes to the Big Mom territory, there might be stronger people he can test his strength out against, and he might just be able to collect something else there. So after everything is settled here on Zou, he wants to chase after them. He can't allow such disrespect. So after this arc, there will be a Whole Cake Island squad and there will be a Wano squad. Now Moriya and the crew are meeting up with Nekomamushi, who like is also hurt, and when he guard shoes like, let's just say he guard shoes Perona, and that's where Hawkback like punches him away. He's not as peaceful as Chopper, so he actually punches him away, knocks him back and begins treating him again, because this guy just opens up his wounds again and again and moves around too much because he can't sit still. So with all of this done, the Minks throw a party for the people. because Moria told them that he wants to take down Kaido. And the people know that Jack is a crew member of Kaido, so they are pretty much very happy about that. They cheer for him as a hero, a savior, as their light in the dark, as the shadow, as the person who embraced shadow but still brings light. All of these things are going on. While the Minks are throwing a party, Brook tries to stop the samurai at like the entrance where they climb up, because he knows that he learned from Hawkback the samurais don't seem to be welcome here, but well, they fall asleep. They just fall asleep, so that's the reason why the samurai can just get past Moria and these things, and well, we can't do much there anymore. So we continue. The samurai come back. The samurai confront the Mink. It's kind of a reunion because those samurai know some of the Mink, so they go there, and this leads to the iconic quote of "We would rather be killed than hand over Raizo." Raizo is safe, which is a very unique, not unique, but a very important point in this arc, which shows like the honor and the whole connection between the samurai and the Mink, and Iwarashi and Nekomamushi's past together with Kinemon. And this is also where it's revealed that, well, Momosuke is not the son of Kinemon. It's revealed that he's actually the son of Oden Kozuki, who is from Wano, who's it's not a shogun. Is this a shogun? Obviously he's the son there, and like there's the connection going on, and that's what's going to be revealed there as well. And now all the people continue over, and they go to the Rio Poneglyph, where they also meet up with Raizo, and there's a whole ninja shenanigans because Absalom and Hawkback are for some reason interested in ninjas, because every male person needs to like ninjas. So those people are interested in Raizo. He's going to do a few tricks, and they make themselves like a copy or something of the poneglyphs, but nobody here can read it, so they need someone else who can read their poneglyphs. But who might that going to be in the future? We will see that. But now we come to the biggest point here, the start of a new alliance, or a further addition to the alliance. So the Mink Alliance of Death gets recreated. So the Minks join up with the Samurai and Law and Moria. They join up together, and that already gives like the Mink fighting force for the future. And then Moria makes a deal with them. They talk a bit about their fighting style, and because they said that the next time Jack would appear, they need to fight against Kaido, they still have a trump card, and that they're going to attack at night. So with that, Moria thinks about it. Well, if you guys are stronger at night, I have a proposition for you. So he proposes that he just takes the shadows of every Mink, even the Minks that are not going to go with them to Wano. Like those people who want to stay behind to protect the Rio Poneglyph or just want to protect their city, he takes those shadows. Like obviously if they agree, and they agree there. So he basically, I would say, gets around 400 Mink shadows, which he puts into like his zombies, which is like, Minks are a warrior tribe, so they are pretty strong. So he picks up those people and can put them all in his like general zombies, wild zombies, surprise zombies, whatever kind of zombies he has. And Law also reminds them about the hidden weapons they haven't yet prepared, the hidden weapons and which shadows would fit them best. Moria answers him like this. He first laughs with the classic "Kishishishishi." He wants to put Doflamingo's shadow into what he calls the commander zombie. He has the position with general zombies, which is like his strongest zombies yet, because they are of very strong people. Like for example, he has Captain John, who was a member of the Rocks Pirate, and many people think that like the Chinese looking guy who was there and the guy with the silver axe are actually Lao Ji and not Lao Ji, Wang Ji and Silver Axe. But there are also other theories like that Chucky from Sabaody is Silver Axe, all these different theories. So I'm not going to say that those two are necessarily Rocks members, but they are still decently strong fighters, and he has John. So basically the shadow of Doflamingo will be put into this new commander zombie that Law brought with him when they wanted to create this alliance. But we still don't know who this commander zombie is. And well, for the other for the strongest zombie basically they would have, he's really not sure what to put there. The first opinion would be putting his own shadow in that, but putting his own shadow in that would not allow him to use his Hyakiyako anymore, his 100 Demon Parade, because he needs his own shadow as a base for that. So basically what the strongest zombie that Law gave him as an offer for the alliance, well, that's not really sure yet. So now we come to another offer. Hydrogen is with them, and Hydrogen basically hears about all the shadows going on in the zombies, and at first, like, his crewmates want to stop him because they think like, no, you can't give up your shadow, that will like limit how you can live and what you can do. But Hydrogen looks up to Moria now. He's basically like, this person is so strong and he has some connection with the giants and all these different things, so I want to support him. So he gives up his shadow, and Hydrogen's shadow is going to be put into Ors. So finally we have a shadow for Ors. All this time, from the first introducing Moria at Thriller Bark until now itself, Ors was just still being frozen inside of Thriller Bark. But now the ancient giant, who I just noticed had like similar horns to Kaido, so is it confirmed that Kaido is like an ancient giant, or has like some past connections with them? I'm not sure about that. So basically, Hydrogen's shadow is going to be put into Ors, which is going to make for a pretty decent zombie and can help in the confrontation against Kaido in the future. So now we continue. We continue to the point where we see also the two other biggest shadows of Zou. We have Inu Arashi and Nekomamushi. Those two shadows are going to be put into, you got it, into Jigoro and John. Well, Jigoro was the person who had, well, he has Zoro's shadow, so he had to be pretty strong if he wanted to put Zoro's shadow into him. And John, well, John is insanely strong probably, but he had like this shadow in him which made him to like a drunkard and had an alcohol problem. So I guess with I don't know which one was what. Let's just say we put Inu Arashi into John and Nekomamushi into Jigoro. And those are going to be pretty strong now. They are going to have the confrontations because Nekomamushi and Inu Arashi are not the bestest of friends, but they can still work together here as these zombies. So we have those two now, with another two big and strong zombies. But now, with all of this done and set up, we just make a new party. Moria, Brook, Perona, and Kumashi, and Pedro are going to prepare to leave for Whole Cake Island, because that's the group that wants to set sail to Whole Cake Island. And before they do that, they need to make another party, because they want to just have the people and think like, yay, finally Nekomamushi and Inu Arashi are getting along again, so we need to party again. And during that time, Jack attacks them, and there's the whole thing where first they party and then they hear Sunisha crying out. And when Sunisha cries out, Momo gives him the command to destroy the ship that Jack is using, and that's where the point where Jack and all of his crew are going to fall into the ocean. And for a second they just think like, oh yeah, it's over, we're going to treat the feet of Sunisha now and everything's going to be okay. But then Moria has an idea. Moria is just like, wait a second, Jack is one of the 3 commanders of Kaido, and he's currently on the bottom of the sea. Law, use your submarine and get me down there. They get down there and pick up the shadow of Jack. Jack can't move because he's underwater. Even if he's a fishman, he can breathe and can survive there, but he can't move, he can't do anything. So Moria is just going to take his shadow, and first thinks like, okay, should I put Jack's shadow into like the biggest zombie that we still haven't used, Law? But then Perona, like the princess she is like, no, Moria, I want him to put you into my teddy bear. Put him into Kumashi. And the sweetheart Maria is, can't really deny it. They upgrade Kumashi in a few parts, adding like stronger claws onto him, maybe giving him some iron guards around his arms and these things. And then this teddy bear now has the shadow of the third commander of the Beast Pirates. So let's just say it like that. Now we have a pretty much stronger Kumashi. Now we come to the Whole Cake Island squad. Those people, which I said was Perona, Moria, Kumashi, Brook, and Pedro, are going to set sail. But meanwhile, in another part of the world, the reverie is going to start, and well, the different kings, queens, emperors are setting sail. I have this. Where's this picture? I have it here. This picture where Vivi and others set sail. But obviously Vivi and Cobra and all these people in this picture are dead. They are not there anymore. And basically in this reverie they are not only going to talk about the alliance between Moria and Law, the problem with the warlords and all these different things. They are also going to talk about the downfall of Alabasta, which basically became a lawless land because now they don't have a king, and after Crocodile got his weapon he also just left it to rot for itself, and they somehow need to control Alabasta again before it becomes like a revolutionary place. So we have these things going on, and we see Shinja, Wapol, Chopper, Kureha, Dalton, the Riku family, Mancheri, Rebecca, and Elisabella II all setting sail to go from their respective countries over to the reverie. We also see Shirahoshi and Neptune setting sail, and Shirahoshi just thinks about, yes, I'm sure that, what is his name? Nume guy. That Karibu would have wanted me to go up there as well and show them how confident I am. Karibu is my Shira. We all know what Karibu is from, so we're going to see him again next week probably. So all these people are going to set sail, and Carrot also reveals them at the time that she's on the boat with everybody here. So they move along and sail over to Kaido. So this is the first time we now see Wano. In Wano we zoom in on Kaido, who's currently drinking and getting emotional about Doflamingo and Jack losing. He's just not sure, he's just an emotional drinker, I guess, so that's the reason there. And then his subordinates say something. They say something to him. They say they must not take the alliance of death lightly. At which Kaido just laughs. And I can't really do his voice, but it's like, the alliance of death? Don't make me laugh. A baby playing a little pirate game together with a trauma-ridden rookie of the past. Those people are nowhere near my level. And basically, that's where we're going to end. Kaido is not scared of them. Kaido is pretty confident he can win against Moria and Law and whatever they might bring together with their army or whatever they have. They can bring there. If it's a fight on land, in air, or on water, always bet on Kaido. He's confident and he knows what to do. So this is where we're at. We have to set up for Wano, we have to set up for Whole Cake Island, and we have a whole lot going on here. And it's a new year. I hope you had a nice start in the new year, and whatever else you did over the holidays. So I hope you enjoyed it, and we see each other again in the next video. Until then, stay hot, stay safe, and stay cultured. Pyro out.